Good morning. It is Sunday, November 30th. I'm sitting in the parking lot in the hospital. I'm working from 8 today, and it's like 7:35 in the morning. So I have a few minutes. Just wanted to touch base with you about, well, first off, pray for me today. I do this thing where the night before I go into the hospital, I just decide that, hey, I don't need to sleep. That's just overrated. And so I think I've been up since 1 o'clock. Might have got 3 hours last night. So just laid there. I actually turned on my Nook and read for an hour and a half, something like that. And then tried to go back to sleep and just tossed and turned. So I'm sure that I kept my lovely bride awake. I apologize if I did that, dear. Anyway, moving on. I just wanted to talk to you today about our words and the power of our words. I spoke briefly last time about creation and God creating us. So I want to talk about how is it that God created the world. He spoke things into existence. He said, let there be light. Boom, there was light. And then let there be, the seas were put into place, and the sun, moon, stars, everything was created. The earth created the animals that came from the earth. The air created the animals from the air. But then he got to man, and he said, let us make man in our own image. So we're created in the image of God. What does that really mean? Have you ever really thought about that? I just want to talk about just from the aspect of our words. So if God created the world by the use of his words, when we say things, that in essence creates things in us. Now, when I say something out loud, I hear it twice. So if I am in a situation, and Satan is really good at this, I'm put into a situation where I am discouraged, and I say the words, I just cannot do this. I can't do it. I create an environment in my mind that I can't do it. What if I reframed that and I said, you know what, I don't know how to do this, but I know I'm going to figure out a way. I'm going to make a way for this to happen. I have a list of, I call them daily affirmations, and I don't have it with me. It's actually, it's in my bathroom at the house. Most of life's decisions are made in the bathroom, right? So anyway, it's in the bathroom, and every morning I go over my affirmation, and it starts off with, I am a servant of the Most High King. God lives in me, and I live in him. And I have things in like, I am going to be a Christ-like servant to my clients and everyone I come in contact with today. I was not made to doubt. I was made to believe. We do things, I say, I do not doubt, I decide. What does it mean to make a decision? It means that I cut off all other avenues of escape. And once I have decided something, no matter what, I will move forward in that decision, unless new facts demand a change in that course. We do that in the hospital. When we're in codes, we use our words. It is so important. When we go to ACLS, Advanced Cardiac Life Support, that class, we go into that class and they tell us, here is how you communicate during a code and why. And the reason for it is so there is no confusion. It creates an environment to best have the outcome that we desire. So when we use our words, we are creating an environment. If you say you can't do something, you're right. If you say you can do something, you're right. This Thanksgiving was particularly difficult for me. It was the second Thanksgiving that I've been without my mother. And we weren't able to spend it with family. There's some estrangement there. The distance that we live about 1,800 miles to where I grew up. So it's difficult. It was a difficult Thanksgiving. One of the things that my mother always said, and I've taken it through life, she said, there is nothing in this life that you cannot do if you set your mind to it. I leaned on that. That's how I got through nursing school. While I was a newly married man with 2 kids in the house, and we were going to 4 different schools in 2 different states, paying 3 tuitions, living on student loans, working 2 jobs on top of that. And I would get to a point, I would be so discouraged. I hate what I'm doing. I hate what I'm doing. I would hear those words that my mother said to me thousands of times. You can do anything that you set your mind to. And I set my mind to that. Yes, I will be a nurse. Yes, I will be successful. And I still today, I apply that in my business. Yes, my business will be successful. Because I got to be honest with you, there's high discouragement in starting a new business. Well, I've got 3 things going aside from working in the hospital 1 day a week. And it can be really discouraging and really difficult. But when we say these things out loud, eventually we believe them. Have you ever known someone that has told a lie for so long that they believe that lie is true? That's one of the reasons, because when we say something out loud, we hear it twice, and our brain internalizes that and makes it true. So I will say today, I am a millionaire. Does my bank account know that and reflect that? No, it does not. But you know what? I am going to be a millionaire. So I say the words, I am a millionaire, so that I can create an environment in my world where we can do the things that God has called us to do. My wife and I have been called to a music ministry. We have the sound system. We have the guitar. We have the new truck. All we need now is the camper shell and the financial freedom to hook up to the RV and go. So that's the goal. That's what we're looking for. And we will be successful in that, because the God of the universe, who gave everything for me, has said that I will be successful in that. So that's all I have for today. It's a little longer than normal. Remember, use your words. Be kind to yourself. Do not talk bad about what God has created. You are created in the image of God, and He loves you more than you can ever comprehend. All right, that's all I have. Be blessed by the best. We'll talk soon.